Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you're brand new. Welcome back if you are not. And welcome home if that sits perfectly for you today, right? So today we want to talk about what is up this week. The week of the 27th of January to the 2nd of February, 2025. 2025. We're still there. We're going to be here for a while. As always, let's dive right in. We start this week with a Capricorn moon, and on Monday, the moon quincunxes retrograding Jupiter, sextile Saturn, squares Chiron. Mercury moves into Aquarius at 8:53 p.m. Central Time, and the moon opposes retrograding Mars in Cancer. Why, thanks. We got you. So, this is a day where the functional shifts to the ideal, okay, as Mercury is moving into Aquarius. This is going to broaden the conversation and ask you to lift your head from the grind, right? Sometimes we get so focused on just putting one foot in front of the other, and we forget to raise our heads and square our shoulders and actually focus on purpose, right? I understand that getting stuff done is important, but it is not the point of this existence. If what you are doing is not creating more freedom, more independence, more of what you're interested in, then I suggest you stop and ask yourself, what is it that you are doing in the first place, right? On Tuesday, the 28th, that Capricorn moon is going to trine retrograding Uranus in Taurus overnight, and then sextile Venus and Saturn, both in Pisces, before the moon moves into Aquarius at about 1:30 Central Time. And then that moon will conjunct both Mercury and Pluto in Aquarius. So this is Uranus's last major aspect in retrograde, right? So there is the offering of a brilliant can-do kind of energy to your soul and the way that you want to show up. Okay. Allow all of your shifts to be the leading edge as you orient yourself toward alignment with the new incoming paradigm, right? Afternoon is going to lighten and brighten with innovative awarenesses regarding freedom, independence, communication, transformation, and change. So make sure that you are paying attention. This is a critical energetic awareness time. So just mind what's showing up for you. On Wednesday, the 29th. Again, this is another very important day. Mercury in Aquarius conjuncts Pluto. The sun conjuncts the moon. At 6:36 a.m., we have the Lunar New Year, right, which is our new moon at 9 Aquarius. This is the year of the snake. And then that Aquarius moon is going to trine retrograding Jupiter and sextile Chiron. Here's the deal. This day's energy absolutely crackles with potential. The Lunar New Year is so auspicious, right? It's deeply trining retrograding Jupiter and loosely conjunct to Mercury and Pluto. Now, here's the deal. This is not just a personally relevant new moon. This is a collectively relevant new moon. So however it is that you're going to choose to offer your intentions and hold your space, please factor in the Earth, the galaxy, and the cosmos. I am going to actually recommend, I will say a total media blackout, but what I mean by media and what you mean by media might be two different things. Let's call it a news blackout, right? Because what you're really wanting to do is absolutely create your own timeline, not invest energy in anyone else's, right? This is an Aquarius party. So mind the themes. They're really going to be very loud and very pervasive, and they're going to be around for quite a while. So take the time to get your perspective correct. And if you have to shut off the news and the idiot box to do that, that's okay. Go right ahead. On Thursday, the 30th, the Aquarius moon will quincunx Mars and square Uranus. And then Uranus goes direct at 23 degrees Taurus at 10:22 Central Time. The moon moves into Pisces in the afternoon, and then the Aquarius sun trines retrograding Jupiter. Search your subconscious for cues as you're pinpointing your alignment and your narrative regarding your own sovereignty, right? Realize that your dimensional consciousness can both swivel and pivot at will. You are never fixed, not even when you believe yourself to be. That, my friends, is called resistance, and that is why things like that are uncomfortable. So please allow your intuition to lead you into flow and movement and balance. Yourself and your identity will expand accordingly, right? And I'm resisting the urge to put the converse there. So allow expansion, flow, and movement. On Friday the 31st, that Pisces moon squares Jupiter and then conjuncts Saturn later in the day. So on Friday, if you identify too hard with your own feelings, you are apt to create from that place of distortion. So step back from the dissonance and lean into your highest and best, right? Break the energy spiral with something like breathing or journaling or hiking or grounding. Whatever works for you, do that. And Friday night, just chill, right? Even if you are one of those people who is apt to lean towards doing, just chill and let that be enough. Oh, hello. Well, you know what? We weren't asking for it, so we're just going to let it be. On Saturday the 1st, that Pisces moon is very busy in the morning all the way through to dinner time. She trines Mars, she sextiles Uranus, and then she conjuncts Neptune and Venus conjuncts Neptune. And then in the evening, the moon moves into Aries, and that Aries moon will sextile Pluto before bedtime. I saw you. So Saturday has all the makings of a very, very magical and magic-filled day. So give into that. Draw, write, sing, dance, live, love, laugh, all those things, right? Here's the deal. Do the things that your heart and soul are longing for. And after dinner, you might feel things moving a little faster or shifting into movement in a different way. Dive into that if you want, right? You might enjoy the ride, but understand that the destination is the journey, right? The ride is the point. So just let that happen. On Sunday, the 2nd of February, happy Groundhog Day and happy birthday to my bonus daughter, Jessica. The Aries moon will sextile Mercury and Jupiter and the sun. Please stay present. If you are committed to your own experience on Sunday, this energy can be top shelf productive. So focus on all of the ways and the places that you want to grow and invite the infinite nature of the universe to fill that space for you. And here's the most important part of that statement. Trust what comes, right? Trust what comes. If you invite infinity, oh boy, if you invite infinity, you have to be prepared to witness it, right? So be okay with that. It's exciting. It's a great perspective, right? To say, I'm going to show up for the full experience. I'm going to show up for the full experience. But then you have to do it. You have to commit to it. So just make sure that you commit. I believe in you. I think you can do it, right? Last but not least, there we go. Okie dokie, let's chat. On Monday the 27th, we have the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, absolutely lovely, wish fulfillment, beautiful things, right? That all those new things coming into and for you, and the 9 of Pentacles really showing you the way that you have created your reality. Yum, yum, yum. This is how that functional shifts to ideal, right? We've got Mercury moving into Aquarius, joining that conversation, asking you to lift your head from the grind and really witness where you've been, where you're coming from, and where you are, right? Sure, getting stuff done is great, but it is not the point. The point is to create something that you love. Something that you love, that is sustainable, that you want to keep giving your energy to, right? And if that's not a creation that you're interested in reinvesting in every single day, ask yourself, what am I doing here? And don't be afraid to start again, right? Don't be afraid to start again. Facts. On Tuesday, you have the 6 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, right? Another beautiful card of self-fulfillment. And this is about reciprocity. This is about having enough to share, right? So we're talking about that brilliant can-do energy, really understanding the way you want to show up and how all the things you have can be shared, because nothing is scarce when you are abundant, right? Making sure that you are creating that leading edge of alignment, because all of these paradigms are shifting. And if you're working in this flow when it comes to innovation and awareness and freedom, right? Freedom and independence and communication and transformation and change, all of these big wish-fulfilled energies, all of these big things worth sharing, there's nothing that you can't do. So make sure that you're choosing your alignment at every step, because where you are is the strongest place from which you are able to give and receive, right? Absolutely. Now look, this is amazing. We have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Let's talk about our preloading here. Okay, so we have a couple of days that are asking us to be mindful of these pairings. So we have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles on this day of Lunar New Year, on this day of the snake shedding its skin, right? On this day of Aquarius new moon, right? Self and collective. How do we, the self-actualized, create our collective reality, right? Here's the deal. You can only be and gather and claim and call in as much as you are willing to release. If you're hauling around things that are no longer really mindful, it's time to release them. And let's talk about the 10 of Wands, right? Wands are fire energy. They're things that you have said yes to because you were interested or somehow motivated to say yes. Pentacles is a discernment energy. 10 of Pentacles knows what to carry and what to put down, right? So however it is that you're going to choose to offer your intentions, make sure that yourself is serving the wider, right? There's no one without the other. As above, so below. And so you can only meet your future as present as you can be. And if you are tapped out because you've given too much or committed too much or obligated yourself to too much, then it's time to drop some of those loads so that you can be in space to hold your own space and receive what it is that you've created and called in. Not the things that are overloaded, but the things that are prioritized, critical, and important to you. So make sure that your intentions hold space for both what is going out and what is coming in, right? Absolutely. You preload that early in the week. So pay attention Monday and Tuesday because it will matter on Wednesday. also, let's talk about Thursday. The devil in the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands shows up again in this, wait, did you do it? What are you attached to? What were you so afraid to let go of here? What felt too important to release? Searching your subconscious, really finding those places where you are not in your sovereignty. The devil is about attachment and addiction and what you believe in the 3D that is keeping you bound, right? Standard devil cards show shackled humans. All right, here's the deal. What are you shackled to? Even if it's something that you love, if it's a shackle, it's not worth the attachment. It's not worth your energy. It has to be free attachment. It has to be a chosen connection, right? This is what Aquarius asks of you. It can't be attachment. It must be connection. There has to be reciprocity. There has to be a back and forth. There has to be freedom in the energy. It can't be stuckness. It can't be stagnation. It can't be here we are and here we shall stay. There's no such thing energetically in our cosmos. So find the way that you are self-identifying as attached. And you know what? Those can be hidden. Those can be hard to find. So really find out where you find those places where you meet resistance. Make sure that you are calling it out, right? We talked about how your dimensional consciousness is always about the swivel, right? It's always about the pivot. It's always about your ability and capacity to move and flow with what's coming. This says every place that you are stuck right now, every place that you've invested and grown an anchor needs to be looked at. Not that it's good or bad. You see me air quoting there. Not that it's good or bad, but you have so much abundance. Find out where those things are attached, right? And if you find a place where they're attached in an unhealthy way, do an evaluation, right? Do an evaluation. Your identity might depend on it. Your growth might depend on it. Your capacity to experience freedom and independence might depend on it. And everywhere I said might depend on it, let's call it a probably, right? Probably. On Friday, we've got the Four of Swords and the Emperor. Again, we're talking about places where we're stuck, right? If you identify too hard with your feelings today, you might create from that place of distortion, right? This is, I'm still working on my healing. Guess what? That's okay. It's okay to be still working on your healing. We have a big Chiron aspect that's getting ready to perfect. And so be working on your healing. Be working on your healing. But do it in a new way, right? Do it in a way that allows you to create sovereignty, not restriction. Again, that Emperor card can represent solid, powerful sovereignty. It can also represent attachment, right? And burden, the requirement, the obligation. So while you're doing this healing work, make sure that you're leaning into your highest and best. And every place where you tend to kind of spiral and get stuck, absolutely not, right? Break the energy, and chill where you want. Resist your urge to be defined by your doingness, right? Being is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. On Saturday, Nine of Swords, Hanged Man, beautiful. Everywhere you have anxiety, let's shift the perspective, right? This is a magical day. And here's the deal. How do you want to show up? Like I said, we have this big Chiron aspect that's working on don't perfecting, right? So anything that you're carrying just requires a shift in your perspective. If we're talking about that dimensional consciousness, and we are, shifting your point of view is the key, right? if you have one way of looking at a thing and you keep looking at it in that way, and that way, and that way, and that way, and you're unwilling to just rock your own foundation and say, wait a minute, is this real? Is this true? Is this mine? Where did it come from, right? Where did I pick it up? And why am I carrying it? Why am I choosing to allow it to define me? Oh, good questions. Very good questions, right? So this is a day where you're going to want to do something different. If you're used to wallowing, if you're used to fixating, do something different, right? Dance, sing, right? Whatever it is that you want to do the thing. Dive in and see what happens, right? This is not your journey. This is a destination. This is a point of fear and regret and scarcity. How can you look at that in a different way? How can you look at it as like, what has come in for me? What have I chosen to allow, right? And what have I chosen to give away? What did I find when I looked at at the places where I was stuck? What did I find when I looked at where I was obligated or calling in something that was no longer relevant? And how, by shifting my perspective, can I lighten that up? Can I let it fly away, right? Swords are ideas. They can be changed instantly, absolutely instantly, by changing your perspective, right? Sunday, the 2nd of February. Look at that, the end of this week. 10 of Cups, Magician. Stay present. Right? If you're committed to your experience today, oh, guess what? You are. If you're committed to your experience, the energy is absolutely top shelf productive. That means whatever you do today will empower your heart. Focus on all the ways and places that you want to grow, and understand that elemental magic allows you to create something that's beautiful. Here, you have these 10s up here, and then you end this week with the 10 of Cups and the Magician, allowing you to witness how you are creating in alignment with the infinite nature. Infinite nature, you see me? Infinite nature of the universe. Something that is for you, absolutely beautiful. Let the universe fill the space with whatever it is that your heart desires, right? Focus on growth. And then don't be surprised when all of a sudden all these things coalesce and come into manifestation. You also get buckle up, because this is not an easy week. None of these things are simple. None of these things are easy. None of these things are are shallow. They're not. This is deep work, right? And the deeper you're willing to dive, the better off you'll be, right? These Pluto and Neptune interactions, this depth of shift that is available to you requires your engagement. And if you got to buckle up to do that, I highly recommend that you buckle up to do that. We have the circle. Look at that. It's lovely, right? Number 8. Even though we're in a 9 year now, we're going to witness what it is. Here we go. The essence of this card is unification, interconnectedness, and a sense of continuum is what this card is implying. The circle reminds us that we are all one, dancers in a continuous, inclusive circle. This card reminds us of the cycles of life and the evolving self, ever-changing and always connected, human, spirit, nature, the cosmos, all intrinsically connected. What did we talk about with this new moon on Wednesday? This is not just a personal new moon. This is a collective new moon. This is about unification. This is about witnessing everybody's highest good as yours, right? It all belongs to you. We all get there together, right? The invitation. When the circle appears, it reminds you that you are connected to everything and everyone, including to spirit. Spirit's essence beats in your heart and inspires you to co-create your world, knowing that you count, that you have purpose. Imagine even a smile to a stranger can change the course of this world. Imagine when the circle invites you to dance in the steps of life. Know that your work, your love, your service can bring greater value than you know. Stay the course. Keep dancing, and all will be well. I love this, since we literally talked about singing and dancing and creating, right? Stepping in and doing something. That is what can balance out any anxiety that you have, right? Take action. Anxiety is fear with an unknown outcome, right? It's the imagination of an unknown outcome over and over and over again. Do something and allow the action and the experience to shift your awareness. Absolutely. The medicine. When the circle comes as your medicine, you're meant to come to an understanding of the importance of decay and letting go. Really? Yeah, the importance of dying to an old form and being reborn anew. Sure. If you are faced with the challenge of loss or disappointment, remember this. In the circle of life, nothing is ever wasted. Love will seek itself again. Prosperity will come from a new idea or opportunity, and spirit always waits for you to find your place in the dance again. Here's the thing. We are in a cycle of transition. It is big, it is pervasive, and it is cellular and atomic and subatomic, for real. And the more you find yourself squaring up against what's happening, the harder it's going to be, right? The more you reach for the highest and best and open yourself to what the universe wants to bestow upon you, the better off not only you will be, but everyone around you in the entirety of our scope and scale and dimension and plane of existence. You are not just healing yourself. You are not just intending for yourself. You are not just dancing for yourself. You're not just singing your own song. This song is everyone's song, right? It's everyone's song. So be mindful, be intentional, be deliberate, and look up. Look up. Make the highest and best the focus of everything you do, everything you speak, everything you choose, right? Highest and best. Highest and best. And keep coming back to shift your own perspective, because the potential is everything, right? Absolutely everything. Anyway, that's what I know. So please be mindful this week, right? Keep looking up, and I'll see you next week, guys. Be blessed.